The Federated fleet headed towards Starbabe 23, which was a long way off, Starbabe 24 having been destroyed. "Message coming from Klingon Commander Clank, sir," said Uhura. Clank came on the screen. "My congratulations, Quirk. The battle is yours, but not the war. From hell and back we will meet again. But again, my congratulations for your cleverness and aggressiveness. Finally, you have become a worthy opponent by using Klingon-like treachery to defeat my fleet. I'll be back. Until we meet again. Clank out." "I can't believe it, Jim," remarked MacBoy. "Clank was actually commending you for beating him in an, not unfair but somewhat tricky manner." "It is the Klingon way," interjected Spook. "That's why there will never be any middle ground of peace or treaty with them. Either we must defeat them, or they will defeat us." "That's primitive," said McBoy. "It's still a young cosmos," added Jim. "Starbabe 23 in 12 days, Captain," calculated Salute You. "The Coral Sea is towing us and the Sexington as well. Weft 5 is her top limit with us in tow." 12 days later. The Enterprise made the final approach to Starbabe 23 under her own impulsive power, which Scotty had worked hard to restore to give the ship back her pride. The Starbabe Bay doors opened to receive the Enterprise. A large crowd of Starbabe personnel had gathered to view the arrival of the legendary Captain Quirk and his crew, which had somehow won the first battle against large odds. The Enterprise looked terrible. It was scorched and laced with the effects of laser fire. Breaches in the ship's skin had been crudely welded shut. Both weft nacelles were badly melted. The main bridge had been destroyed. The battle bridge was deep within the ship. Jim Quirk was the first to leave the ship, and beckoned Miss Reen to join him, linking his arm with hers. "But all the people are out there," she whispered. Jim smiled. "Miss Rind, don't you think it's time we went public with the expression of our love?" Following Jim and Miss Rind, Spook, MacBoy, Scotty and crew exited the starboat. They acknowledged the cheering crowd, then walked down the hall together. The spaceport was crowded. There were many cadets sleeping in sleeping bags on the sides of the corridors. "Why?" asked Jim.
They stopped at a viewport and looked out, amazed to see about 20 starboats docked around the base. "Jim," said MacBoy, "something's up. It looks like Battleship Row out there." "Yes," said Salute to You, who had just caught up to them. "There are only 5 dead knots left in the fleet, and they're all here. There's the Arizona, the Broadsword, the Coral Sea, the Teapon, and the Centaurus." "Dead knots are pure weapon systems, Salute You," said MacBoy. "They have little other purpose than to cause destruction. That's how they protect us," noted Salute You. "And all these cadets," added MacBoy, "they don't even look old enough to shave. What's going on?" The cadets were saluting Quirk as he walked by. Jim paused in front of one particularly young-looking cadet and spoke to him thus. "Cadet YP Chan, I need some inside information. Why are you here?" "Sir," replied the cadet, "the President of the Federated has just decreed early graduation for the junior and senior classes of Starfleet Academy. We just arrived yesterday, and we are about to be assigned to starboats. There is apparently a crisis and a shortage of personnel." "Thank you, Chan," said Quirk. "We're going to need your help." As they passed another viewport, they noted the arrival of the presidential starboat. Almost immediately, work crews began replacing the presidential seal with another starboat name, the Last Frontier. "Rumor has it," said Salute You, "that the president is donating his personal starboat to the war effort." "Are we that short of ships?" Scotty wondered aloud. Jim answered, "We're in a lot of trouble if we are." "Whatever happened to love and diplomacy?" asked MacBoy. "I thought that love and kindness would eventually bring peace to the cosmos." No one answered him. Finally, Spook spoke gently. "Never give up hope, Doctor." "Why, Spook? I didn't think we believed in the same things." "We don't, Doctor. I am simply wishing that your dream comes true. Meanwhile, I cannot argue with the reality of the present situation."
What do you know about our president? He's part Betazoid, part Antarian, and part human. 60 years ago, he wrote the book on Starfleet battle strategy just before the Romantan Wars, which we won, using many of his tactics. How old is he anyway? 103. No wonder he rescinded the retirement rule. Sounds like he's a planetary United Nations in and of himself. That may be one of the reasons he was elected. I understand he's here to take charge of the crisis. I hope he's got a new book coming out. Clank will be back, probably more organized and with additional Romantine support to inflict more damage on the Federated. Clank will first have a lot of explaining to do to Emperor Clink about the loss of his feet. I can just hear it now. Clink, this is Clank. Come in, Clank, this is Clink. Haha. Jim, the debriefing of your last mission has been moved back 2 hours. The President of the Federated is going to conduct it himself. Then, immediately following, he's called a meeting of all ship's captains and first overseers. We have 2 hours. I'll meet you in the Halo floor in a few minutes. I'll program a sweet scene.